Hey guys, Marsegan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to be taking a look at the free-to-play STR TOWA on the Heroes team. I thought we would jump in and do the Metal Cooler Core stage, because poor Metal Cooler Core, I actually had to sit and think for a second. I was like, what tough physical bosses are there? And then it's like, oh, of course, Metal Cooler Core. Remember when Metal Cooler Core was like one of the big daddy bosses and new units used to come out, and one of the first things we would all do, and like I would do for videos, is like, let's do this unit versus Metal Cooler Core. Even when like the Red Ribbon Army Red Zone came out, none of those stages really replaced the core as one of the new like toughest stages people wanted to see. But then of course Dismal Future Red Zone came along with its level of power creep, and it does genuinely feel like, for the most part, those are the only stages people care about units' performance in anymore. Now, this free-to-play TOWA, I have actually used her briefly when we were doing some test runs on versus Fusion Zamasu on the stream last night, and she actually was able to do reasonably well. So, like, for this initial showcase, I thought we would take her into this stage, but I'm definitely going to try her out in some other team builds as well. So, bear in mind, as the free-to-play Heroes unit for this year, obviously she doesn't have an Easy A, but she will get one next year. So she's obviously got the 50% leader skill, which will go up to 77 when she gets the Easy A. Her super attack, she greatly raises attack for one turn and does supreme damage. So no defense on super, but she gets 150 to stats at the start of turn and then 100% when performing a super attack. She has a medium chance to dodge if she's in slot 2 or 3. So normally you're probably going to be running her as a third slot floating unit, but that works quite nicely for showcasing her, because I can keep her in slot 2 and she's still going to have that ability. So 30% chance to dodge. Hopefully that goes up to high when she gets her Easy A. All allies attack and defense 20% when there's another 3 or more extreme class allies on the team. Very easy restriction to meet, especially with the newer Heroes units. A lot of them are restricted for like Heroes or crossover or something like that, but not super or extreme like they were in the previous year. So this is a full extreme team, but we do also have Vegito on here. That still meets the restriction for her support passive. She also gets an additional attack and defense 50% when performing a super, gives all allies key +1 in attack and defense 10%, and changes AGL orbs to STR orbs when all allies are in the Dragon Ball Heroes category. So a little bit extra on a full Heroes team, but again, none of that is restricted to like super or extreme, right? So let's see, if we do this, we can grab these and then still have the orbs here to get for Fu. So he's going to be giving some extra support as well. So start of turn, she's at 170k. Now for a free-to-play unit, remember, she's getting 100% on super. She's actually getting 150% on super because of this extra bit down here. 50% extra on super with the Heroes allies. So she's actually going to be getting what? Like, and remember, we haven't picked up the orbs for Fu yet, so this number is going to go up. She's going to be going up to what? With the Fu support as well, getting like 450, close to 500k defense potentially, and then she has a 30% chance to dodge, which is pretty good. So let's see what sort of numbers we do. Now, unfortunately, she does only share one link with Dark King Fu, which isn't great, but we'll see what she can do. And yeah, her not sharing any links with Rosé is a little bit annoying. It's my one major complaint about Rosé. As much as I do love this unit, and he does absolutely go crazy once he transforms, but his link set, with especially with a lot of the other extreme Heroes units, is really not that great. So, right, 3.2. I mean, at the end of the day, what are we expecting, right? She's a free-to-play unit, 3.2, not bad. We dodged 1 out of the 3 attacks, which I guess is on point for a 30% chance to dodge. And then, yeah, we tank for double digits. Now, the Metal Cooler Army obviously can be attack lowered, and they have been attack lowered a little bit. So the double digits isn't necessarily what she would be taking on, like, turn 1. But, you know, we take those. I wanted to run... See, if I was going to run the team, like, quote-unquote, normally, I would run Dark Mask King and Rosé, and then run, like, Vegito on the other rotation. But I guess she does have Shattering the Limit with Dark Mask King. Maybe I will just float him off then. I mean, because we can't kill the Metal Cooler Core anyway, right? Because they basically have infinite HP. So we are still going to get to attack with Dark Mask King and get a heal at the end of the turn here. We get to get our stacks in with Rosé. It's one of those things I always loved about this stage. I used to mention it all the time when we did the showcases on this stage, but because you can't kill the Metal Cooler army, it means any of these characters that want to get as many supers as possible to get built up, you don't have to worry about the enemy accidentally dying like before they get to do all of their attacks, right? Because you basically can't kill them. So, yeah, look at that. That crit from Rosé. We got no support on the rotation, and he crit them for like 15 million damage. That's it's pretty good. So, and then Vegito here. Obviously, Vegito doesn't have say in Raw. Vegito just comes in. It's like, 17 million crit, you know. Of course, I feel like what's going to happen here, Dark Mask King is going to super. We're going to get healed basically back to 4 HP, and then they're going to super him. Well, he got his defense buff straight away, so it's actually fine. Alright, so we're at the core, and we do have one of the rotations that I did obviously really want to see. Towa and Towa, funnily enough, Demon Goddess Towa, who got her EZA, they share the exact same link set. So, obviously this is a very, very good rotation here. I mean, I don't want Rosé to eat a super in slot 1, but unironically, she has the same like defense as him pre-super. So, look at Towa. Woo, 676k. Alright, girl, calm down. Alright, I guess we'll do this. Because then it reduces the risk. Well, I say that. Watch the super be in that slot now. But I was going to say it reduces the risk of Towa eating a super. Although, of course, I've now just realised I put her in slot 1 so she doesn't have the dodge chance. Not ideal, but... Well, actually, I say to be fair, mine is built for full dodge. So I haven't talked about her build yet, but obviously as a floating support unit who already has some built-in dodge, but it's only 30%, you're going to be mostly using her in slot 3, right? So she's going to be getting that dodge chance. I just built her for full dodge. You just want her in slot 3. She's providing support to the team. Hopefully she dodges all the attacks. And then her defense after supering is reasonable enough that she's not just going to get one shot by a normal attack from, like, you know, all the tough bosses. Especially when you think about, like, Fusion Zamasu is physical, so his post-super normals are still going to do damage to her, maybe even, like, 100, 150k, but she's not going to be taking, like, insane damage. Even units like the Tech, Goku Black and Zamasu, their normals are what, like 500 or 600 after super, something like that? So she's getting up to, like, around 500k defense, and that's, you know, that was on a previous turn. Linked on with Towa, I think her post-super defense is actually higher than that. So she will be looking pretty good on those setups. So we'll do this. We won't use the active skill, just so we're more likely to get more turns in here. We want to see another Towa turn, ideally. So we'll go ahead and do this. We can get Dark Mask King in slot 1 on the next rotation and Towa in slot 2. So she does get that extra dodge chance. Also, I do just like, I'm loving the Dark Mask King EZA at the moment, so just another opportunity to see him on rotation going off is good. So, right, so no crit from Vegito. There's the dodge, and then full power Rosé, 13 mil. Man, these two headliner units, like the Rosé and the Vegito, they're just so good. I'm having so much fun using these guys. So glad that he turned out to be good. And obviously we watched the animations for the Heroes cards that these guys would be based on, you know, before they came out and everything. And this is the animation that the full power Rosé has in the game. And it just translates really well into Dokkan, I think. I think it looks really good. So what's Rosé taking? 3 supers. He's got guard. Double-digit damage. Look at that. We had the support from Fu. And yeah, just imagine, like, it's not often we would see... I mean, he's got guard. He's raising defense on super. But, you know, back in the Metal Cooler Core heyday, it wasn't that often you would see characters just rocking up and tanking his super attack for double-digit damage. So I will take that. Bit scared for Int Towa in the final slot, but we have enough HP that she is getting her dodge chance. She doesn't raise defense on super, does she? Actually, no. Am I getting her confused with this Towa? So her being sealed is a bit annoying, but she is built for full dodge anyway. Look at that, Dark Mask King. Just, nah, I'll take those. Eat those for breakfast, mate. 4.6 mil. So yeah, I mean, for a free-to-play unit, like, you compare her think about Lags and what Lags was like last year. In fact, I haven't even recorded, I haven't done the Rainbow Showcase for Lags. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Lags with her Easy A is not as good as this Towa, who doesn't have her Easy A yet. Like, she seems really, really good. I'm very impressed with how she's turned out here. So, yeah, the free-to-play STR TOWA. I feel like this has got to be the last turn, right? Because we can go ahead and pop this. Doesn't quite get the kill, but that puts him up to 585k defense start of turn. This is, he wasn't on turn 1, was he? So he should still have his damage reduction. Let me just double check, because Rose transforms from the start of battle. Yeah, it's his entry turn, because obviously it's part of his intro animation. So yeah. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, Vegito should be good in slot 1, even if that is a super, but it wasn't anyway. So now he's getting guaranteed crits, and we should be GG. Because even if he doesn't finish him off here, full power Rose coming up next absolutely will. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the STR free-to-play Towa down below. I think she's definitely very, very good for a free-to-play unit. Better than some of the free-to-play units that we've seen recently. So make sure you do farm her up, add her to the team. I think it's probably worth doing it now just because there's so much stuff to do on the day when the hero stuff all comes out. Like, we all went through all of that yesterday. So I would say farm up the SA5 second copy of her now and the medals to awaken it. So that then next year, as soon as the celebration starts and her Easy A is available, you can do the Extreme Z area and then you just have that SA5 copy ready to feed in. But yeah, she's very solid. So we've got a bunch of videos coming up. I've already done a no items run against Fusion Zamasu with the Heroes team. I didn't use her on that build, but we will use her on one in the future. So let me know what you guys think of Towa down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.